It has been just over 1 year since Missourians voted to legalize recreational marijuana.
News Press Now's Charles Christian takes a look at what both businesses and law enforcement have learned over the past year.
In December of 2022, Missourians voted to legalize recreational marijuana for adults 21 and older. Passage of the proposal has now turned cannabis and marijuana into a $1 billion a year industry in the state.
It's just expanded the market for it.
Chris McHugh is the CEO of Vertical here in St. Joseph. He says the passage of the amendment exponentially increased the customer base for marijuana in the region.
In the medical market, I think at the peak there were close to 200,000 patients. Now with recreational, the population of Missouri and Kansas and Nebraska and Iowa combined is our potential customer base.
Sean Cawley of the Drug Strike Force of Buchanan County says the relative newness of the law still carries with it some confusion, both for law enforcement and for the general public.
The big misunderstanding is that marijuana is legal now, and it's not necessarily that marijuana is legal now, it's certain parameters of marijuana is legal now, whether it's the amount you possess or where it's being used.
Only 3 ounces of recreational marijuana are allowed per person per purchase, and marijuana cannot be consumed in public places. In fact, state universities like Missouri Western and Northwest Missouri State still maintain a ban on marijuana because they receive federal money, and marijuana possession and consumption are still against federal law.
Again, that goes back to trying to educate the public.
According to law enforcement, dispensaries like Vertical also play a role in educating the public, even though many owners feel they are sometimes cast in a negative light.
So, it's politically difficult sometimes. But I do think that a lot of the groups that opposed adult use, I hope that they were pleasantly surprised.
Captain Sean Cawley notes that the biggest law enforcement challenges have not come from dispensaries.
They have a tendency or seem to be involved and concerned with what goes on in the community, and so have been very good for us to work with questions or concerns we have. But with the vape or vape products being sold in convenience stores and gas stations tend to be our bigger concerns. They're not regulated or as strict on how they operate their business.
Both dispensary owners and law enforcement urge the public to read up on the parameters of Missouri's law in order to avoid misunderstandings or even legal consequences. Charles Christian, News Press Now.